These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. The sounds of tutoring and tech and health and fitness and arts and music. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Good evening, and welcome to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Monterey County's Youth of the Year virtual event. An online and socially distanced welcome to our sponsors, guests, Youth of the Year judges, parents, and club members. My name is Karina Rusk. I'm the Director of Public Relations and Communications for Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System. I'm honored to be here tonight. This is actually my third year acting as this evening's Master of Ceremonies, and the first, maybe last, virtual event. The Youth of the Year recognition is part of our College and Career Readiness Program, which provides teen members with the resources and support they need to help them graduate successfully with a plan for their future. That kind of learning and engagement in this environment of uncertainty is challenging at best. And after 7 months, let's face it, this new normal is really feeling very old. It's kind of old back in May, I think. And yet, the young people you are going to meet are not only bravely navigating their own personal stories, they are facing the many domino impacts of COVID-19. Fortunately, the Boys and Girls Clubs pivoted right along with this crisis, reconfiguring their programs to offer support desperately needed during this critical time. If you have felt that social isolation of the pandemic, tonight, you are going to get an infusion of inspiration. Young people who are facing all of these external influences with what's in here and what's in here. I would like to now recognize our generous sponsors. Our presenting sponsors are Costco Wholesale, J.V. Smith Company's Smith Family Foundation. We are going to hear a brief message from each of our presenting sponsors. First, we'll hear from Charlene Taylor, representing Costco Wholesale. Charlene?
Thank you, Karina. My name is Charlene Taylor, and I work for Costco Wholesale. Costco is a $160 billion company with just under 800 locations worldwide, and Costco is the third largest retailer in the world. I'm honored to be here today and be part of this wonderful event. I would first like to congratulate Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms for being recognized with the prestigious Roosevelt Williams President's Award. Thank you to Bruce and Linda for your dedication and commitment to this community. Your generosity has had a profound and lasting impact on so many young lives. Well-deserved recognition. I read up a bit on Roosevelt Williams, and one of the things he was passionate about was young people receiving an education. So I want to congratulate all of this year's nominees. You're here because you have the courage and confidence it takes to be great leaders and to do great things. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you, Charlene. Now we'll hear from Vic Smith of J.V. Smith Companies and the Smith Family Foundation. Vic?
Hi, my name's Vic Smith. As a past Youth of the Year President's Award honoree, my company and our family foundation are delighted to be the presentation sponsor for tonight's event. This is so important to us personally because we know all the proceeds will go to benefit the College and Career Readiness Program. While we live in the salad bowl of America, so many members are food insecure and will be the first in their family to attend college. Currently, 75% of our county's high schoolers aspire to go to college, but only 33% are prepared. With this program represented tonight, everyone will leave with a plan. So it is my absolute pleasure to honor a longtime friend and certainly one of the most generous philanthropists that I've ever met, Bruce Taylor. I've worked in the fresh vegetable leafy green sector for many years and have enjoyed watching Bruce and Taylor Farms' amazing success story. The combination of a visionary building and guiding an organization committed to excellence has created the perfect example of what can happen in our country when preparation and opportunity come together. The opportunity needs the preparation, which comes from advanced training and education. It is so appropriate to see Bruce pay it forward with his many, many contributions to the communities that Taylor Farms operates in, and to such worthy organizations as the Boys and Girls Club of Monterey County. So, thank you so much, Bruce, and congratulations.
I'd also like to thank our gold sponsor, Union Bank, and our silver sponsor, Chevron. I'd also like to recognize our award sponsors, Diorigo, California, Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System, and Mike and Stuart Wolf. It's really wonderful to see so much support from our community for this special event. Please join me in thanking all of our sponsors one more time. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Boys and Girls Clubs of Monterey County's, I wish we had a drum roll for this, President and CEO, Ron Johnson.
Thank you, Karina, and thanks to all of you for being here tonight. The amazing young people you'll meet this evening will share their Boys and Girls Club journeys and explain how they made their way here tonight. You'll be impressed by these teens. They're intelligent, talented, focused, and courageous. They are the future leaders of our community. At this time, I'd like to thank the Board of Directors for their service. It's now my honor to present the 2020 President's Award. This special award was named in honor of our club founder, Roosevelt Williams, who chartered our club in 1968. We honor his legacy by presenting the Roosevelt Williams President's Award to local leaders who share his vision of transforming the lives of children and families in our community. As president of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Monterey County, it's my privilege to present this award to Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms. We've made a brief video to give you just a glimpse of how Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms have impacted Monterey County's youth. The partnership with Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms dates back at least 25 years. They helped us get our club in Seaside open, and then in 2003, when we opened the Salinas site, that was a 42,000 square foot building. They were a major funder, major contributor. Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms also were a major part of our Salinas Teen Center. We were able to open up a teen center that handles over 100 kids daily, and it houses our college and career readiness program, which gets kids prepared for life after high school. Bruce has also been at every major fundraising events. They sponsor all of our capital events and projects that happen. I don't know where we'd be without Taylor Farms. They've been there since the beginning, our early days, and all the growth that we've experienced, all of the lives that we've been able to change. A major part of that has been because of Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms.
Thanks to Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms, we have received enormous of in-kind contributions and fresh produce that help the club members stay healthy and happy all year round. Taylor Farms is bridging the gap. They are ensuring children and families are fed, which leads to academic success. We are so fortunate to have amazing donors and partners like Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms.
I've been coming to the club since 2011, which is most of my life. The Teen Center has made such a big impact in my life. What I like about the Teen Center is that they're very welcoming. They make you feel accepted. They don't exclude anybody. They don't judge you for being who you are. They empower you to be who you are. The club is like my second home. It's my family. Before, I was never into school. I didn't like school. I never planned on going to college. College was never on my mind until I joined the CCR room. They took me to different colleges. They talked about how going to college will open up more doors for me. I just want to thank Bruce, Taylor, and Taylor Farms for giving me this amazing opportunity to be a part of their teen center.
Thank you, Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms.
As you can see, Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms' extraordinarily generous philanthropy knows no bounds. It's my privilege to present Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms with the Roosevelt Williams President's Award. Congratulations.
Ron, thank you for this great award, the President's Award from the Boys and Girls Club. On behalf of Taylor Farms and my wife, Linda, we're delighted to accept it. We're grateful to accept it. You and your team with the Boys and Girls Club in Seaside Club and the Salinas Club do a fantastic job. I know your board with Chairman Tom Gray is actively involved. We had many opportunities to interface with them in a very positive way. Your club creates, your clubs, I should say, create great kids. And that's what we really need in this community. That's why our team at Taylor Farms is so supportive of what we do with you, in conjunction with you. If you look at our capitalist system, we don't get equal outcomes over time, but we do want to fight for equal opportunity and an equal chance for children to thrive. And that's where we want to invest our money in this community, in Monterey County, in our youth. And investing in our youth today will yield dividends many years and generations down the road. So on behalf of Taylor Farms and our team, we're honored to receive this award. Thank you.
And Bruce, of course, is as humble as he is philanthropic. So before we move on, we have a special message from Kathy Burns, CEO of Produce Marketing Association, to honor Bruce for his philanthropy.
There are great business leaders and there are great philanthropists, but there are very few that truly and authentically excel at both. And one of those rare people is Bruce Taylor. Bruce's willingness to not only serve as a leader in the produce industry while at the same time quietly giving back to his community has been personally inspiring. And he has been consistent for all the years that I have had the privilege to have known him. Early in the pandemic, the produce industry and Bruce's business hit significant headwinds, and the disruption was unimaginable. But in the midst of the challenges, Bruce called me and asked, "What do you need? And what can I do?" That's Bruce. Foresight, character, and generosity of spirit. Bruce also genuinely believes in investing in the next generation of leaders in agriculture and strives to ensure they have access to opportunities to further their education and development. And isn't that the true mark of a visionary leader? Someone who looks ahead, sees what so many of us can only imagine, and invests in a future where so many benefit. On behalf of the Produce Marketing Association and its staff, we extend our heartfelt congratulations to you, Bruce, and Taylor Farms for receiving this distinguished honor.
Thank you, Kathy. Now to kick off the Youth of the Year presentations. Our teens are a top priority. That's why you're here tonight. And if you ever watch the staff at the clubhouses, they just have so much fun helping the young people evolve into thoughtful, ambitious, and responsible young adults. Two shining examples are our Junior Youth of the Year winners. From our Salinas Clubhouse, we have Angel Diaz. And from our Seaside Clubhouse, Jose Ramon. Angel Diaz is a freshman at North Salinas High School and has been a member of the club for 6 years. He's been an advocate for his peers through bullying prevention workshops. In 8th grade, he served as Torch Club president. Now, in high school, he is looking to make his way to a 4-year university to study psychology to offer mental health resources to prison inmates. Jose Ramon has been coming to the Seaside Club for 10 years. He's a sophomore at Seaside High School and is always the first teen to sign up for field trips and volunteer opportunities. Jose's volunteer experiences include learning how to grill the perfect burger while working at the concession stand during the U.S. Open, and how to be patient while scanning entrance tickets at the Laguna Seca Raceway. Talents indeed. He enjoys playing football with his friends, is passionate about music, and would like to work in the music industry. Congratulations to both of you, and keep up the great work. The Youth of the Year program is the Boys and Girls Clubs of America's signature effort to recognize and foster a generation of leaders. This is a big deal. This is why you're here tonight. Being named Youth of the Year is the highest honor that a club member can receive. This year, we had 7 candidates for Junior Youth of the Year and 4 for Youth of the Year. This always amazes me how much they have to do for this process. Teens submitted an application with 3 essays describing their club experience, their vision for America's youth, and their personal brand. Each applicant submits a bio, official transcript, and provides 3 letters of recommendation from individuals that can personally attest to the candidate's achievement and potential in terms of their character, leadership, and service, academic excellence, and a healthy lifestyle. Can you imagine if our presidential candidates had to submit to that kind of qualifications? These candidates are evaluated by a panel of community judges that score their essays, interviews, public speaking, and just overall application. Applicants went through 3 rounds of judging, and 2 were selected as Youth of the Year representatives for each clubhouse. So tonight, we're going to hear from all 4 final candidates. At the end of tonight's event, we will announce the Boys and Girls Clubs of Monterey County's Youth of the Year. The winner will represent Monterey County in the Northern California regional competition and potentially, this is big, onto the state and national competitions, a big stage. The 4 members you'll hear from tonight will be awarded college scholarships ranging from $2,500 to $10,000. We would like to thank Penny Allen and Buddy Miller for contributing to the awards that will be given tonight. Thank you very much. The Youth of the Year Scholarship Awards have a very special significance this year. This past summer, we were all saddened to hear of the passing of longtime community leader, friend, advocate, certainly a champion for youth, Mr. Joe Gunter. Joe dedicated his life to service and accomplished so much for the city of Salinas and the surrounding communities. Here's a little history. After graduating high school, Joe joined the Marines. He served in Vietnam. In 1969, he joined the Salinas Police Department and served 32 years, first as a patrolman on the street, then as a detective before retiring in 2002. Joe's commitment continued as he reported the very next day as a reserve officer conducting background investigations for the department. His dedication for the city that he loved so much led him to serve for 8 years as mayor. Mayor Gunter presented at over 10 Career Expo and Gang Prevention Summit events for the Boys and Girls Clubs, inspiring thousands of middle and high school students to make positive choices and pursue their dreams. Joe understood the importance of opportunities for youth, advocating for funding for the club's transportation services to ensure hundreds of youth are transported every day after school to the Salinas Clubhouse. Many organizations in our community can share similar heartfelt stories about Mayor Gunter's tireless efforts to champion our kids and their futures. So in the spirit of excellence and his passion, the service that marks the Youth of the Year distinction and Joe's legacy, we are proud now to announce the Joe Gunter Youth of the Year Scholarship Award. We would like to give thanks to the Gunter family for the privilege of honoring Joe and celebrating his legacy of service to the community that he loves so much. Truly, his legacy will live on for generations to come. This award is one of the many scholarships the Boys and Girls Club offers, which total over $100,000 each year. Keep that number in mind, $100,000 every year. It's a cornerstone of our college and career readiness program. And to give you just a little bit more insight into the programs we offer for our teens to help them achieve success, let's take a peek at our college and career readiness program.
So College and Career Readiness is a program where we want all of our youth to end up in. They start out at 6 years old and they get a chance to go all the way to high school and graduate. They start out here in 6th grade. In 6th grade, they focus on their identity, their leadership, what it takes to live in this life. Once they get those things taken care of and they really got a handle on them, they move on to 7th and 8th grade in high school readiness. At high school readiness, they really dive into case management. They get their personal mentor that hold them accountable to things like GPA and also sports and other recreational things. Once they promote from there, they move into College and Career Readiness. College and Career Readiness is an exclusive program that's only for high school kids. It really helps them understand what SAT is, how we use that to enter to universities or colleges, or if they're the opposite and they want to go straight into a career, we give them opportunities for job shadows.
High school readiness program for our 7th and 8th graders, I like to compare it to a college course. So you have, your lecture and then you have your lab. High school readiness is the lecture where we work with them on a day-to-day basis on college and career topics. How can we get you to the job that you want or the career that you want, the college that you want. And then College and Career Readiness program for our high school members. That's much more like, okay, this is the lab where you can go out and experience that, go out in the field and really take a mark on what you want to be in the world.
High school readiness has changed my life because I get better grades now and I get help and I like meeting new people now. Before here in high school readiness, I used to never really do homework because I thought it was boring, but now, because I didn't really get it because I didn't have a lot of help. But here, and they helped me a lot, so now I get it and I like doing homework, especially math.
You've improved in math. Good job. That's right.
Every single year, they leave with a plan for what they want to do after high school. So that can be a career, that can be going to a college. That breaks down all the classes that they should take in order to get to that college, or what classes they should take in order to advance their career in something else, like construction.
They technically teach you how to become a better person and a better you in HSR, and especially the staff always encourage you to do above and beyond.
And also really want them to focus on who they are, what they want to do in their future, and want them to leave with a plan.
And now please welcome Isaiah Nickerson, Interim Associate Director at the Salinas Clubhouse, to introduce our Salinas Youth of the Year members. Isaiah?
Thank you, Karina. On October 19th, we held our Salinas Youth of the Year competition, where we determined the Clubhouse finalists and runner-up, who I will introduce shortly. But before we do that, I'd like to mention our mentors: Julie Howe, Jessica Landa, Alyssa Sabatasi. Thank you. They worked one-on-one with our mentors, helping them develop their speech, interview questions, and develop their character skills. Thank you. I'd also like to mention our judges: Claudia Pizarro Villalobos, Marketing Communications, Diarigo, California; John Whitehead, General Manager, San Jose, Salinas, Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling; Brenda Granillo, District Manager, California Water Service. Thank you again to our Salinas Clubhouse judges. It's my honor to introduce to you our Salinas Youth of the Year runner-up, Carolina Casillas. She's one who started at the Boys and Girls Club as an intellectual introvert, as I like to call it. She would make great decisions, and she would silently lead by example, but she lacked verbal advocacy. Over the course of her membership and years of consistent mentorship and programs, she developed into a strong upstander rather than a bystander. She holds on to strong principles of virtue and is eager to take a stand when others may fall. I'm honored today because we have an opportunity and privilege to hear about her passions and her story. Please help me welcome Carolina Casillas.
No one is you, and that's your power. It's easier said than done. However, The club has taught me that being unique and embracing all sides of me is how one can find true happiness. My name is Carolina Casillas, and I am 16 years old, currently attending North Salinas High School as a junior. Over the 8 years that I have been at the Boys and Girls Club, it has always been a space where youth can be their true selves without feeling like they're being judged. The staff at the club encourages me to express my true self without compromising the layers that make me stand out. One of my favorite hobbies is baking. Similar to baking a cake, the ingredients, time, and process it takes to bake a cake is equivalent to the time and work I've put in at the club. When you begin to bake a cake, you start with the core ingredients. Hard work, integrity, and kindness are the core ingredients that make me unique. The 2 summers I worked as a career launch intern taught me more about hard work, from teaching my own class to handing out and preparing over 10,000 meals to low-income families in need. With this experience, I quickly learned my influence as a role model to youth and adults. I realized then that my influence is just as important as my mentor's influence has been for me. With this newfound voice, I plan to advocate for all of America's youth by raising awareness about climate change and the dangers it imposes on us. In the future, I am planning on becoming a vet tech, which is why I'm optimistic about helping change the world and preserve endangered animal life and ecosystems. My vision is that youth all over America will recognize the need for change and become part of the solution. I plan to do this by organizing community cleanups and starting a movement to plant a tree every month in every state of America. Finally, when a cake is presented to the world, the ingredients, decorations, and flavor are all incorporated into one beautiful package. The club has helped me in every aspect of my life and has given me many opportunities to become proactive in this issue. By knowing the power of being myself, I know this plan will become a reality. Thank you.
Thank you, Carolina. It's my pleasure to present to you a plaque in recognition of your achievement of Joe Gunter Youth of the Year Scholarship of $2,500. Thank you.
Thank you.
And now, it's my pleasure to introduce to you the Salinas Youth of the Year, Silali, Herrera, and Zunza. Silali has always carried a torch for awareness. She champions club programs in the community and looks to help her peers advance. As a keynote speaker in annual summits, hosting workshops, and even assisting in peer mentorship, Silali is a voice for those who could have been and inspiring those who shall be. For instance, for those who could have been first-generation college students, for those who could have followed their dreams and built successful families, for those who could have lived a long life. She hopes to charge a perspective of I can and I will. Please welcome Silali.
January 1st, 2019. Breaking news. Today, an unidentified 14-year-old teen was shot and killed, which marks the first homicide in Salinas, California. Imagine growing up in a place where the color you wore puts you in danger and walking to the corner store can get you killed. Unfortunately, many youth in my community call these types of environments home, where here they are subjected to the wrong crowds, finding themselves overtaken by a life of crime, violence, and death, convinced by an illusion that is portrayed by gangs and labeled by society through affection and acceptance, becoming easy prey to this vicious cycle. These kids could have been so much more than they became, but weren't encouraged enough to go to college or were aware of their opportunities offered to them to discover their passions despite their undeniable talent. Growing up, I met many of these people that others might consider to be lowlifes, good for nothing, or bad seeds. However, my perspective was different. I saw people of good nature and great potential. I sometimes hear their crazy stories, and it makes me sad to realize that they could have been something great if it wasn't for their unfortunate decisions. Some of them could have been professional athletes, engineers, or even artists. It is seeing the youth being trapped in this negative mindset that has inspired me to want to break this cycle. I want to bring awareness to kids about programs that will support them in their goals and do what they're passionate about. I plan to create a new program that will impact at-risk youth in order to help kids that are lost in this illusion to find their purpose in life. This program will be offered at local juvenile halls where kids that are affiliated and at-risk youth to join the Boys and Girls Club program. Here they will have the opportunity to work with specialized staff and members from the club in order to achieve their goals for a great future. Youth will have the positive guidance and the confidence to make their own decisions, whether it's good, bad, or in between. It is your decision. I now ask my audience to please take the time and close your eyes. Think about the decisions you have made and the outcomes of your choices. What might happen in your future based on your decisions so far? Is it where you saw your life going? Better yet, is it where you want it to be? You don't have to answer now, but I want you to think about it. As someone told me, to get something you never had, you will have to do something you never did. Now tell me, what path do you choose? And how do you choose to define your future? Thank you.
Thank you, Silali. Your scholarship will be announced later this evening. I would now like to bring up our Seaside Team Coordinator, Shari Rasmussen, to introduce our Seaside Youth of the Year member. Shari?
Thank you, Isaiah. On October 20th, we held our Seaside Youth of the Year competition where we determined the finalists and runner-up. You will hear from each of them shortly. I would like to thank the judges who helped with the process at Seaside. Bridgette Brown, Vice President, Branch Manager, Seaside Mechanics Bank. Andrea Bailey, Public Affairs Representative, Corporate Affairs, Monterey County, Chevron. Lisanne Sani. Thank you again to our Seaside judges. We would like to give a big thank you to Dina Ruiz for being our Youth of the Year mentor. We appreciate all you do. I would also like to thank Chantel Davis, our high school readiness specialist, for being such a great mentor and role model for our teens. It is with great pleasure that I introduce you all to our Seaside Youth of the Year runner-up, Erica Sebastian. Erica is passionate about service and giving back to the younger members. This last year, she acquired over 200 hours of community service. Erica knows what she wants and what she likes. She's an incredible student and puts in the time to ensure that she is successful. The best way to get Erica spilling over with enthusiasm is to talk about K-pop music. She is a part of a dance club, enjoys art, and especially loves her mother's cooking. Please welcome Erica.
Nakayudija desashteguj nanashana. Yo estoy hablando el idioma del pueblo de donde mi mamá es. How does it feel? How did it feel to not understand me? The way you feel right now is how I felt when I was little and started coming to the club. As a young girl, I spoke Spanish and a language called Zapotec and very little English. It was difficult because I had to switch from language to language when speaking to certain people, which was difficult and confusing for a young child. By doing this, I would even forget how to say a word in either language since my brain was trying to figure out which language I was speaking in. When I was 6 years old, my mom enrolled me in the Boys and Girls Club for the Read Naturally program. The Read Naturally program helps second and third graders improve in their reading skills. The program assisted me by helping me improve in my English speaking, reading, and writing abilities. This program made me who I am today because as I practiced English, it became simple for me. People even think that it's my first language. As an adolescent, the club has helped me become fluent in English, and now as a teen, they are helping me get ready for college through the College and Career Readiness Program, also known as CCR. CCR helps us to know more about college in such ways, such as getting scholarships, exploring majors, and doing all the A through G requirements in order to graduate from high school. The CCR program has also helped me get out of my comfort zone. One example of this is when I went to the Girls Health and Girls Hands Summit, where I had to speak with other girls who I did not know. At first, I was just doing different activities without saying much, but then slowly I started to speak, and at the end, I made a friend, which I didn't think would happen at all since I am shy and reserved. The CCR program has also helped me become a better speaker because now I am the one who tries to start a conversation with others, which I would have never done before. This is an improvement. This skill is useful for me because as someone who has to become a music producer, I would have to work with big personalities and tell them about the process of making a song. I would also have to tell the artist agent what I think is best for the artist, which takes courage, but I'm prepared. One other thing is that the CCR program and the club and also the staff who I made a bond with have also taught me there are going to be challenges in my life that will try to bring me down, but that I should remember that I have a group of people always behind me to support me. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Erica. It is my pleasure to present you with your plaque. And in recognition of your achievement, a Joe Gunter Youth of the Year Scholarship Award of $2,500. It is my honor to introduce the Seaside Youth of the Year, Rosalia Zavaleta Aguilar. Rosalia has a natural way of interacting with others. When she walks into the teen center, the room lights up. She is genuine, kind, an incredible student with her 4.0 GPA, and her smile is contagious. She's the type of person who role models what she believes in. She's passionate about living a healthy lifestyle, learning about other cultures, giving back, and ensuring that there is equality in this world. Please welcome Rosalia.
Hello, my name is Rosalia Zavaleta Aguilar, and I am a freshman at Seaside High School. I have been a member of the Boys and Girls Club for 4 years. Despite facing many challenges, I've always tried my best no matter what was happening around me. I credit the club for allowing me to develop the skill to move forward and rise educationally. The club also helps us youth emotionally. It creates a safe environment for us to be ourselves and make friends. I care about health and the health of others around me. I already know I want to pursue a career in the medical field as a surgeon. But I wasn't always this good or confident about making decisions, because one of the hardest challenges I faced was losing my voice. I don't mean I wasn't able to physically speak, I just wasn't able to speak English. Others could hear me but not understand me. This caused people to shut me out for the lack of communication skills that I wasn't able to control. That was my life for most of elementary school. I took a mandatory English class for non-English speakers where I was able to develop my English language skills, but not as well as I wanted to. I still tried my best even though I couldn't understand. My mother enrolled me in the Boys and Girls Club when I entered middle school. By that time, my English speaking skills were good, but I wasn't confident. As a new kid in the club, I was shy and only spoke when spoken to. But the more time I spent in the club, the more my social and communication skills improved and my true self began to blossom. Now, I'm a fluent English speaker and a person who has the moral support to move forward and try new things. I have the club to thank for that. I'm a shy person, and I wasn't comfortable in taking part of events or competitions. But the club staff members have gave me the confidence to try new things and plan for my future. I need this, the youth needs this. This is something I am very grateful for. I want to be a surgeon so I could help people who are hurt and help people heal. That's the ultimate challenge. I believe I can achieve this, and I'll forever be able to show that the Boys and Girls Club played a huge factor in my success. We are lucky to have mentors at the club who tell us that we can achieve anything if we believe. Things we hear in fairy tale books can come true. We can obtain the jobs we want and express ourselves in our own way. We just need to believe. Thank you.
Thank you, Rosalia. Your scholarship award will be announced later this evening. Karina, over to you.
Thank you, Isaiah and Shari. And wow, are those teens not inspiring? We promised inspiring at the beginning of this program, and you got just a taste of it. I would like now to pass it over to Tanya Antle to present our College and Career Readiness Challenge. Tanya Antle has been a driving force in the farming and produce industry for the past 40 years. Her resume is just too long to go through everything, but as you know, she's recognized as a top spokesperson and a true trailblazer for the organic produce segment, helping to propel organic produce from the fringe to the mainstream market. Tanya is the co-founder and executive vice president of the Organic Produce Network based in Monterey, California. Organic Produce Network is focused on connecting all facets of the organic produce industry through education, information, and live events. And by the way, she's also a community leader and passionate about supporting nonprofits that invest in the underserved youth of our community. It is truly my pleasure to introduce Tanya Antle.
Congratulations, Bruce, on such a well-deserved honor. I am truly honored to have been asked to speak with you about the importance of investing in the youth of our community. Today, families in Monterey County need Boys and Girls Club more than ever before. COVID-19 has created uncertain and stressful times for kids and families we serve. Facing food insecurity, economic turmoil, and job loss, and unprecedented school closures, the anxiety felt by families can truly be overwhelming. But the stories we heard this evening remind us about how resilient our youth and clubs are. Since March, 70,000 meals, including breakfast, lunch, and snacks, have been provided to over 4,000 families. The clubs operate full-day student support services, helping up to 150 students successfully complete their distance learning to maximize their learning potential. Virtual programming supports over 100 youth each week, connecting to families from Gonzales to Marina. And this past year alone, the club served 385 middle and high school students. So, I ask you to join me tonight as we champion our college and career readiness program to connect even more teens with the training and support they need to set them on a path towards meaningful careers and brighter futures. I am so honored to kick off this effort with a challenge of $5,000 for the College and Career Readiness Program, joined by another $5,000 gift from board member Bob Montgomery and his wife, Susan. Gifts up to $10,000 will be matched tonight to help us meet the goal and set more teens on a path to great futures. Please consider joining the growing list of donors who have already raised their hands to help. And on behalf of the Boys and Girls Club, thank you for your generosity. Every gift helps a teen succeed. Thank you. Karina, back to you.
Thank you, Tanya. And before we announce our Youth of the Year, I would like to now thank our final judges for taking on this very difficult task of selecting our Youth of the Year winner. It was quite the challenge, and without giving away any secrets, it was one of the longest deliberations ever. Our judges, Pete Delgado, President and CEO, Salinas Valley Memorial Healthcare System; Judy Kruger, Managing Director and Regional Manager, Union Bank; and Linda Taylor. I would also like to thank the Youth of the Year Facilitator, Dr. Loriana Vi, Behavioral Research Scientist, Army Research Facilitation Laboratory. And now, the moment we have all been waiting for, the announcement of the Youth of the Year. Pause for a moment. With these two accomplished finalists, this was a very difficult decision for our judges. Both of these young women have achieved such great things inside and outside the walls of the Boys and Girls Clubs and will be phenomenal representatives for our organization. Thank you for sharing your stories with us. They were personal and heartfelt, and we know now what inspiration sounds like. We know you will continue to accomplish great things on your journey. The Boys and Girls Clubs of Monterey County's Youth of the Year runner-up, Citlali Herrera Inzunza. Congratulations, Citlali. We are thrilled to present you with a Joe Gunter Youth of the Year Scholarship Award of $5,000. And that means our Boys and Girls Clubs of Monterey County Youth of the Year winner is Rosalia Zavaleta Aguilar. Congratulations, Rosalia. You have been awarded a Joe Gunter Youth of the Year Scholarship of $10,000, and you will continue on to the Regional Northern California Youth of the Year competition. We are certainly confident that you will represent our county well among the Northern California finalists this spring. We wish all of our Youth of the Year finalists much success. What an inspiring evening. In this year 2020 with COVID-19, this has been an evening full of hope and promise. And as if this evening could get any better, we have just received an incredibly generous message from the team at Taylor Farms. They would like to make a $100,000 gift toward college and career readiness program in the late Joe Gunter's honor. Thank you, Taylor Farms. And thank you all very much for joining us tonight from your homes. Congratulations again to Bruce Taylor and Taylor Farms for the President's Award. We have an opportunity tonight to put just as much heart into our giving as the youth are putting into their commitment to a great future. Thank you all again for contributing to our college and career readiness program to make more great futures like this possible. Good night, be well, and stay safe.